Hey YouTube, good morning. Well, it's time to do unprotected left-hand turns in Jacksonville, Florida on Chuck's turn, or whatever you would like to call it. But it is a 6-lane unprotected left turn. This is FSDBeta version 11.3.1, and it has been a really good build so far. Some nuances, I mean, but it is a lot better. But I have not tested it on my UPL yet, and it is 7:30 in the morning, and I think we got rush hour. So this should be a varsity test. So here we go. Let's see how it goes today. There's the stop line, and where's the creep network? No creep network yet. There it is, popping out a little far out. Notice how the projection distances are definitely a little shorter. Okay, we got a nice gap after this truck here, and it's gonna go all the way. This is gonna be a roller. Doesn't need to stop in the median. All the way around. Unprotected left-hand turn number 1 complete. That was not rush hour, so maybe I missed it. I was hearing the cars zipping back and forth, and I thought it was gonna be a little bit denser. Okay, so the only thing I noticed on the first UPL is the perception distance is definitely kind of fuzzed out on this version at ranges that I remember seeing before. But okay, let's try a couple more. All right, round 2, here we go. Oh, needs to go left. There we go, it's calculated. Notice how I was talking about, see how fuzzed out it is? The ranges are definitely a little bit shorter here. Needs to stop. Okay, good. It stopped just in time there. Nice gap here, but we're gonna have to go to the median this time. Didn't quite, okay, wow. All right, there's my repeater view. Hopefully you can see that. It fit in the median nicely, a little bit further forward. Now it has the left lane open, but it looks like it's waiting on more than, okay, the left lane is open again. It needs to stay in the left lane, and it took it. So that was good. Had a different scenario there. It felt like it went further forward to the forward limit line in this version than I remember feeling in other versions. So I think that I am not, well, it was uncomfortable because it was different, but it was completely within the lane, and it definitely got the rear end of my car out of the way. So maybe it's better. Let's try another one. All right. Round 3, stop line, stopped well behind the line. There's the creep limit coming out. And it needs to wait. Okay, we got a good slug of traffic here. One car turning right, that's interesting. Seeing a lot of renderings of these cars. It looks like it's definitely rendering a lot of them. Now there's a nice, I'll say medium gap here, but it needs to give me, no, it needs to wait. That car's moving really fast. Oh, and it waited. That's great. Got a train coming across the other way, directly across. It's probably going to still be rendering as semis. Yep, there's some semis. Small gap here, but it should wait. Wow. It didn't even nudge on that one. I expected it to kind of start inching forward. Now here's the huge gap. It should go right now. And it's hesitating, but it's got to wait. It can't stop here. Don't stop here. Oh. Okay, I'm disengaging because it's stopping in the lane of traffic there. I'm not sure why it chose to do that. It needed to go to the median. It's always gone to the median, but that time it didn't. Now, the only thing, I can't imagine that this train had anything to do with that. Interesting. So the only other thing I can think about was it looking down the highway and saying, I don't see any cars coming, so it's okay to stop in the highway here. Perhaps that is what was going on, but it needed to go to the median, and it didn't do that. There was one car coming, and he was in the closest lane to me, but the other 2 lanes were clear for quite a distance. But in any case, that was definitely unsuccessful for where I think it needs to be, and where it has been in the past. We'll try some more. Okay, here we are again. The train is still going on the other side of the railroad tracks. Not sure if that's changing the environment. It needs to stop. Okay. Did not honor stop sign. All right, well, I'm gonna back up and try that one again, but it decided not to honor the stop sign that time. I gave it adequate engagement distance that I always give it, but that time it chose to not honor it. So I will re-engage again and look at the route and see if it handles it any differently. All right, looks like it found a stop line here. Ooh, aggressively to the stop. Gosh, ooh, that was rough. I don't know that it stopped for the stop sign as much as it did the creep limit that time. If it goes, it needs to go. If it needs to, give me a boost here because you just jumped in front of a truck. There, give me a boost, give me a boost. Okay, and when I'm just gonna show you the review, it jumped right in front of that truck. Yeah, that was a little variable, I'll say. I'm not exactly sure why it ignored the stop sign and kind of went to the creep limit. Perhaps it was the engaged distance, but I've done that 1,000 times, it feels like, hundreds anyway, and it hasn't done that behavior. So I'll keep an eye on that engaged distance. Okay, I've engaged it with a little bit more runway here. I do have a lead car that's kind of sitting here, providing, okay, he pulled away. We still have the train on the other side, providing a little bit different domain. It's not rendering it. Needs to creep up to the limit and take a peek. I can't see yet. Okay, there I can see, and it needs to wait. We have some big trucks coming. Kind of show you the renderings. Okay, we're gonna be sitting here for several seconds. Let's just see if it patiently waits. That creep limit is way out there. I now have a car behind me going right. You can see that, obscuring the right-hand side. That's an accurate rendering of his location. But both this car and that car, in my mind, are as far out as I would want to go with traffic coming, and that creep limit has got some more distance there. That car jumped out in front of the bus to use the right lane only, which is good. Here comes a bus. It's staying put. I'm glad it's not going out to the creep limit. It's satisfied with its view enough to stay where it is. There's a tiny little gap here that it needs to wait on. It didn't even budge. That's great. Now there's another tiny little gap. If it goes for this one, it needs to boost. Ooh, the brake came off, but then it waited. That's really good. It's waiting for the right spots. These cars are going around me to the right again, which is fine. Okay, it can't go there. It cannot go. It acted like it wanted to go a little bit more there, but this is a good decision here. It is patiently waiting. Now the right gap is after this next car. It's wide open. Go. Commit. And, ooh, boy, that was a variable. Dynamic fleur-de-lis in the median, around the traffic, and through. All right. With a Tesla in our windscreen. Hey, that was a really, really good one. And it did not freak out with that oncoming traffic car in the median. That was really good. Obviously, it was projecting its trajectory. It didn't stop in the lane. It went around behind. Fortunately, he had the opportunity to flow through. If he had to wait on traffic, we could have been in a bad spot. And I don't know where it would have gone. But that one's probably going to make the highlight reel. All right, here we go again. Please wait on the stop sign. Please wait. Oh, gosh. Okay, boy, it was accelerating like it wasn't going to wait, but it did. It just kind of was boosting there. There's my creep limit, my median network, and we need to wait. And, wow, okay, I'm getting comfortable with where it's waiting. I do have another truck, it looks like, going around me behind. Do I have enough room? He's probably saying, can you scoot up, please? I'm just going to kind of keep doing what I'm doing. This is good. I'm obscured to the right. There's a tiny little gap here that I could probably go for if I had a good commit, but it needs to commit all the way to the median. It's not that tiny, but okay, it's waiting. Interesting. That was a long enough gap that on 69.2, it would have gone for it. Now here's a huge gap after this one car, and it should go now, and it's wide open all the way. Give me a commit. It's not going to the right as much anymore with a flow through the median. That was another really, really good one. I need a little bit more of a boost here because it jumped into 50-mile-an-hour traffic and cars were kind of coming up on me. You can see them passing me around to the right. I am going the speed limit, but see it bumps to 50 right here. These cars are going much, much faster, which is why this is such a challenging turn, is because of the higher speed cross traffic. But that was another really good one. I like the decision making. It feels like it's seeing further than 69.2 was. Okay, little bit different scenario. Looks like we got a car in front of us going to make an unprotected left too. He doesn't have his blinker on. It's a little bit of a construction truck. It's showing his door open, but his door is not open. But we're in a situation of waiting behind the stop sign, and it looks like he's creeping out. Kind of watch what a normal driver does here. He's creeping out and waiting. Got my turn signal on, which is good. He doesn't have his on, but if you look, he is projecting a turn signal on that truck, but his is not on. So kind of makes me wonder if it's seeing the reflection from my blinker, which I can see on that truck, or is it projecting? Now there's his blinker. He just turned it on. Didn't really change anything, but that was an interesting data point just watching. All right, so now we need to honor the stop sign and then creep for ourselves, and there's a car behind me. And it's stopping there, and is it gonna go forward? This car is gonna be very impatient behind me if it has to wait too long now. Okay, this is gonna work out. We got a nice gap here, and it needs to go to the median. Smoothly, aggressively, and stop in the median, get all the way in it, and wait. Nice. I feel like I'm in a great spot, and it's projecting itself onto the median just about where I feel like I am. Two more cars, and the left lane is open, but there's a car in the middle lane. Okay, it started going towards the middle lane. I'm not sure why. It may have corrected, and I don't know what that's going to look like on video, but it could have jumped into the middle lane, but it felt like it was going, I'm sorry, it could have jumped in the left lane, but it felt like it was going to the middle lane, so I intervened because he was coming very, very fast. Okay, I still think that was a good one. I'm a little disappointed with the merge on that one, but the decision making to the median was good. Okay, YouTube, I think that's all I'm going to do for you today. My general consensus is it feels like it's pretty good, but it is definitely different than 69.25.2. It definitely felt like it was looking further down to the left than it was on the previous versions, and it was staying put better and making good decisions. It made one weird decision where it decided to stop in the middle of the traffic, and when it put itself in the median, it felt like it put itself further forward, and it aggressively went to that spot and waited. That one last one there with the merge, I'm going to have to look in the video. There's a chance that it would have probably gone out and weaved in, but the vector I felt would have interacted with that car that was coming very fast in the middle lane, which is why I intervened there. That one may have worked out. I'll have to look at the video, but I was happy with the decision it made to go to the median. In any case, I got a lot of beekeeping to do today. I'll try to keep making some more videos. I know a lot of you are anxious to really dig into this on some of the drives here, and of course to get it yourselves. And hopefully we'll get a wider release soon. Have a great day.